As many of you know, we dug up the parking lot recently and we found some good treasures underneath the parking lot, and today I'm going to be sharing them with you. The office is located on Cajon Street here. We are in downtown Redlands. Redlands was founded in 1888, and we're at 219 Cajon Street. And today this is what the office looks like. So it does look like a Victorian home, but it used to look like this from 1950 to 2017, and so we did remodel the house. But before that, from about 1893 to 1950, this was the old house. And so I colorized this photo of the old house, and this is another one. It's in the Waltris First Edition to Redlands, lot number 22. There we are right there, Cajon and Olive. Okay. This was the area that we got to search, that we dug up. That is the current parking lot area. And you can see the old house and the old house next to it. This is the original owner of the old house, Reverend Dr. John D. Easter. And so here we are. Before we dug up the parking lot, we were getting ready to tear things up later on the next day here. They were kind of marking out what's going to come off, but the whole thing was removed. This section, there was a house right in the middle of the parking lot, and of course there were some garages behind the house too. You can see definitely the parking lot needed to be fixed. It's been cracked and fallen apart for years, and so this gave us the perfect opportunity to start digging. This is when the asphalt eater first came on scene here. We have a whole crew of workmen getting ready to open it up, and it's surprising how quiet this asphalt eater was. It did dig a good line into the asphalt and brought it down to pretty much a bare dirt right off the bat. You can see it's digging the asphalt right into the dump truck. So yeah, a few passes and this back section was opened up right away. I did start looking down into the dirt, and we did see little pieces of bottles and old little trinkets, broken sections of old things. So we knew there was going to find some interesting things when we started doing the metal detecting. Here you can see they're starting to dig up the side of the asphalt here. Looks like the foreman, he's making sure everything is doing real smooth there. And here they are. Here is a little bobcat. He's pulling up some of the asphalt that can't be taken away underneath the carport. And of course this area in the back, right here where we're showing, is where we ended up finding a lot of the different things, including some coins and the jewelry. And you'll see that in just a minute. Okay, so this whole back section is just about tore out. They have a lot of the dirt opened up, and you can see it is good dirt. It's soft, and we should be able to dig down in there to see what we can find. We're getting pretty excited. Of course, they're still working on the far side and the front. Here's another view from the front. You can see there's still some asphalt in this front section. This is right where one of the middle houses was. I believe it was 223 Cajon. All right, we're digging out the very last portion of the asphalt here now, and we're going to be showing you the treasures we found in just a second. We have some grading going on, and we're digging things up here next. A quick update here, as you can see, we've been digging out this parking lot all morning, and we are getting down there. We're going to get it regraded, and it's going to have new asphalt, of course. And things are going good. Okay, now we're ready to get searching in the ground. Everything is opened up. Here we have some of the team. This was our first find, and I'll show it a little more detail in a minute. And then this was our first coin that we found, and we'll show that in detail also in just a minute too. Here's some of the search crew. Just thank you guys again for coming out and helping. And here is a lot of the finds that came out of the ground. We're going to go into a lot of them in detail. This first one is a 1938 California license plate here, number 4B4620. This is what a 1938 license plate would look like if it was in better condition, of course. This here is an axe head. Now we did some research. It is right around 1900 to 1920 for this design. You can see there is a forge line on the side of it. We did find a lot of silverware. This is some old pieces of silverware. It does have real silver plate. It was very thick. The silver plate was not the modern electroplate stuff. They must have put it on it differently. Okay, this little piece of sterling plate has come off, and we had just several of these little pieces of forks and spoons in there. Next thing we found was a lot of cartridges. Here's some United States Cartridge Company, Winchester Repeating Arms Company. Little research shows right around the turn of the century. Sugar cube tongs, way cool, way mangled. We tried to straighten them up, but really neat to see. It does say Christopher's on there. Here's some of the jewelry we found. Very, very neat. That little bracelet was the funnest one. A little brooch, it was brass or copper, had some gold plating on it. This was one of the rings we found. It is definitely made out of brass. Most of the gold plating is gone. I still need to clean it up a little bit more. These are some bracelet bands of some type. You can see there's some clasping on there. They were found about 30 feet from each other. But this was that first find. This was the bracelet. Very, very cool looking. A lot of dirt was in there. We had to use an ultrasonic to clean it out. Lots and lots of coins were found. Here are some of them, and I'm going to go into them a little bit more detail. 1899 V nickel, cleaned up pretty well. 1916 barber dime, very beautiful. 1901 barber dime. Some wheat pennies, 1914, 1929. I think we had a couple of other ones. Indian penny, 1902. And here's a fatty Indian penny. We couldn't make out the date on it, but it's definitely thicker than the rest of them. This is my favorite. Colgate or Palmolive shave cream. And it's a little aluminum token, basically. A lot of cosmetic pieces. This is a little compact, little perfume bottle. It's all smashed. You can see the little dipping rod on there. Another little compact face powder. This is a lipstick. Now I tried hard to open this up. You can see it's a Colgate on there. Coin purse, of course the leather has all disintegrated, but just the top of it. This is really cool. It looks like an orange subtype. Very, very neat. Some kind of decorative orange slice. It was very black and we cleaned it and you can see those veins appearing in there. A lot of little buckle pieces. One just says patent 1923 on it. Those other ones look pretty old in there too. Oh, this is really cool. So it's a lead bag seal. HG usually means hay and grain. I couldn't find any research on it looking into Redlands things. Bottle seals, little tag, it says DC. The D was reversed on their stamp. A lead horse, about 1.5 inches long, very cool. It's falling apart, some of the lead is coming apart there. And this is our second ring. This was a Superman ring. I put a better example of it right there in the red so you can see the face a little bit more. A lot of square nails we found, large head nails. We didn't keep all of them because they're very common. A lot of different caps and lids and covers to different bottles. This one here I dated 1880s to 1890s. That was really neat. If you have a house in Redlands or Southern California and you want your yard detected, please call my good friend George or text him 909-206-3250.